One of the creators of D&D 5th edition says that bonus actions are hot garbage and a massive mistake that should be removed from the game.
Hot damn!
Welcome to the Character Sheet, your home for fantasy and TTRPG news. Before we dive into just why one of the creators of modern D&D has some huge problems with the current game, why not hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep growing in 2025, and then let's dive into the news. Mike Mearls, the former Wizards of the Coast employee who was a lead designer on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, went on a long rant over on Twitter/X about bonus actions, a system he helped create and that he now thinks is a massive mistake and is, quote, hot garbage. In his post, Mike says that bonus actions are hot garbage that completely fail to fulfill their intended goal. It's okay for me to say that because I was the one that came up with them. I'm not slamming any other designer. At the time, we needed a mechanic to ensure that players could not combine options from multiple classes while multiclassing. We didn't want paladin monks flurrying and then using smite evil, but that's the intent. I vividly remember thinking back then that if players felt they needed to use their bonus action, that if it became a part of the action economy, then the mechanic wasn't working. Guess what happened? Everyone felt they needed to use it. Mearls went on to clarify exactly how Dungeons & Dragons should have handled the potential problems of players stacking effects together from multiple classes or sources the devs didn't intend, instead of just creating bonus actions, saying that when it came to keeping abilities balanced, quote, the game already has that in actions. You get one, what do you do with it? At the time, we were stuck in the 3.5 4E mode of thinking about the minor or swift action as the piece that lets you layer things on top of each other. Instead, we should have pushed everything into actions. When necessary, we could bulk an action up to be worth taking. Barbarian Rage becomes an action you take to rage, then you get a free set of attacks. Flurry of Blows becomes an action, with options to spend a key built in. Sneak Attack becomes an action you use to attack and do extra damage, rather than a rider. The nice thing is that then you can rip out all of the weird restrictions that multiclassing puts on class design. Since everything is an action, things don't stack. So that's why I hate bonus actions and am not using them in my game. Basically, Mike Mearls is saying if he and the rest of the dev team at Wizards of the Coast had simply made regular actions better in D&D 5e, they could have removed bonus actions entirely and streamlined combat while also keeping broken multi-class combos out of the game. Basically admitting that bonus actions were a mistake that continues to hurt and slow down D&D even in its new 2024 Rules Edition. So the man credited with creating Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition hates one of its core mechanics of combat, and in his own efforts to redesign 5th edition over on his Patreon, Mike Mearls is entirely removing bonus actions from his version of the game. Mearls also went on to take a few shots at his former employers via praising their competitors, saying that Pathfinder 1st edition is the best version of the D&D 3rd edition tree, and that 2nd edition Pathfinder is the best tactics-focused TTRPG on the market today, notably a game that uses 3 actions and no bonus actions. So should D&D 2024 have followed Mike Mearls' advice and simply removed bonus actions and buffed regular actions to make them more potent and appealing? Are bonus actions a terrible mistake that is ruining combat in modern D&D compared to its competitors like Pathfinder? Let us know what you think about bonus actions in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.